That's past our scheduled time. Figured I'd just go live, give you some bonus hockey. Schedule is running a little bit late. 3:32 left on the game in front of us in the third period. Close game. Wayzata Gray just got the go-ahead goal over Farmington. So they're leading 5-4 with 3:32 left in the third period. This game will need to conclude, and then the Zamboni clean up the ice, and we'll get underway. So we're looking at probably about an 8, maybe an 8 p.m. puck drop if the Zamboni can be quick. But I figured I'd just throw it up live and give you some bonus hockey as we are running behind schedule. I didn't want anyone to lose interest in weighing off on some drive and then dives or some Big Bang Theory, something like that that might get your attention. So welcome all the viewers, friends, family, grandparents, cousins, siblings, parents that aren't able to be up here at Breezy Point. We're just giving you a little bit extra hockey. This game's kind of important for the Sabres too. With 3:32 left, Wayzata has a 1-goal lead over Farmington. That's kind of how we want it to stand, because Wayzata winning actually helps the Sabres out. Farmington potentially could go to 3-1 on the tournament, in which case they'd have 9 points, just like the Sabres. And then the first tiebreaker goes to goal differential, which I think would put Farmington at 2 goals. So Sabres would then need to beat Blaine by a couple in order to try to make sure they get a opportunity at playing on Sunday. So kind of an important bonus game that you're getting to watch right now. 2:58 left in this third period. Wayzata Gray versus Farmington. Important to the Sabres. Hopefully Wayzata can win. They'd go to 2-2 on the tournament. Not in contention to take a spot from the Sabres for tomorrow. Farmington, if they win, could potentially sneak in there and hurt us. So I'm going to hit mute for a little bit. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. We'll be back. You'll see the Zamboni come up, and we'll get the game underway as soon as the ice is ready. Not a good look. Farmington going a man down. So they're going to be shorthanded for 1:30 with just 2:39 left in the game. That helps out Wayzata's chances, which again the Sabres want to see. Puck is loose. The Tigers goaltender lays down on the puck and controls that. So every whistle stops the clock, pushes us a little bit later in the night. But our Sabres are waiting on the wings over here. Let's get it over there right on the bench next to the Farmington Tigers, watching what's happening on the ice to know what their game plan needs to be for their 4th pool play game here up at Breezy Point. All right, once again, important game for the Sabres. We want to see Wayzata Gray win. 1:20 left in this game. Wayzata up by 1. Penalty about to expire on Farmington. They've held it in the zone with the man advantage the entire minor penalty. And they chip it deep. Farmington unable to pull their goaltender. And Wayzata in, shot, and there is the finalizer. Wayzata gets up by 2 with just 1:05 left. So with that, we'll see probably a quick run off the clock of 1:05. Farmington, unfortunately, now they're pulling their goaltender. They're going to start with 6 skaters because, once again, this game is very important for their chances to play tomorrow. Wayzata looks to end their chances here. Wayzata holds it in the neutral zone. And here's Farmington 4 wide now with an extra skater. Screen shot, holds on for dear life. 51 seconds left in the game. Wayzata up by 2. Bonus hockey here on Chalky Hockey Streaming. Timeout called now by Farmington. So delaying the start of our game once again as Farmington takes their minute timeout allotted in the game. 51.7 seconds left. 2-goal lead for Wayzata. Our boys probably just restless in the locker room as they've now been here hour and a half almost probably before the game will get started for them. So hopefully they can keep their mind in the game and come out firing on all cylinders against Blaine. That's coming up next. 51 seconds left in this game before we can get underway. All right, that was an empty net goal by Wayzata, moving their score to 7-4. Just 6 seconds left in the game. Farmington throws it down the length of the ice. The refs blow the whistle with 1.3 seconds left. Just a quick little formality of a puck drop, and this game will be over. Looks like we'll probably get underway. I'm guessing about 8:10, so 25 minutes behind schedule. Just giving you an update there. 1.3 seconds left in this game. And then Zamboni time, and we'll get underway. They might tighten up the Zamboni time a little bit, but I'm expecting a puck drop for our game right about 8:10 or so. All right, with Wayzata's victory, that puts Farmington at 2-2 through the 4 pool games. That knocks them out of any sort of contention. So thank you, Wayzata Trojans, for the help in that situation. Wayzata now moves to, find them. That moves them to 2-2 as well. So that win didn't really help them, except boost their egos for a win on the last game of the tournament. So what it's looking like right now, Minnetonka White is 4-0 in the tournament. Odds-on favorite, running the gamut in pool play. Waconia right now is sitting 3-0. And so those two, I think, are locked in now for Sunday, guaranteed Sunday play. Well, Waconia does have guaranteed Sunday play. They still have 1 pool play game left. That's tomorrow morning at 9:15 against Owatonna. So that will determine, I guess, seeding potentially with Waconia if they go 4-0 as well, or if they go 3-1. Owatonna's just ahead of Shakopee in the standings. Right now, they are 2-0-1. The 0-1 means that they lost in overtime. In this tournament, loss in overtime doesn't award any points whatsoever. So it's just like a true loss. So right now they are 2-1, and are sitting just ahead of Shakopee. So the outcome between Waconia and Owatonna somewhat matters for seeding. If the Sabres come out and really put it to Blaine, we could potentially move into the number 2 seed and face Minnetonka tomorrow in the championship game. So all it takes is what happens here in this next game, which will be starting late when the Sabres take on the Blaine, I think they're the Blaine Bears. The Bears in the fourth and final pool game for each of those teams. Blaine right now is sitting 0-3. They've lost all 3 of their pool play games. And as the father of a Sabre, I'm hoping they end up 0-4 in the pool play. Right now, their goal differential is -18. So things are looking good for the Sabres in the fourth pool play game. But we do need a little bit of help from the teams ahead of us for seeding-wise. So we'll see what happens. A win, I think, guarantees the Sabres in for a game tomorrow. Those game times would either be 1:30 p.m. for a third-place game up here at the Breezy Point Ice Center, or 2:45 late afternoon game, and that would be for the championship. So we'll have to kind of see how things play out. Goal differential is the very first tiebreaker, and so if somehow Owatonna comes out and beats Waconia, that would be, let's presume Sabres win, that would be 3 teams at 3-1. And so right now, Owatonna has, and Waconia actually, I guess, have an 8-goal differential. So say Owatonna wins by 1, that means the Sabres right now have to win by more than 9 to try to get up to that number 2 seed and play in the championship tomorrow. So we are going to hang out here. Zambonis on the Ice will be underway here right about 8:10 or so would be my assumption. So stick around, running the live broadcast just so you know we are still here and game is still on. All right. Welcome. You can see the Zamboni is still on the ice. No, you can't see. Now you can see. So we are on a delay as the game in front of us, Wayzata Farmington, I think started late themselves, but then took a while. So we're going to be starting. I think the boys will take the ice rate about 8:10 or so. Puck drop not too long after that. Talking with a couple of Blaine parents. So this tournament is set up uniquely in that goal differential plays hugely into the equation, as that's the first tiebreaker after points. So you get points for wins, and then after that, the next tiebreaker is goal differential. And there's no limit on goal differential. Most tournaments have a limit where it's like a 6 maximum, just to allow for sportsmanship and not to run up the score if it's a mismatch. This tournament doesn't have that in their rules, so we need to win, and we need to win really big in order to give Shakopee a chance at the championship at 245. A win gets us into the third place game, but a big win gives us an opportunity to take on, presumably, Minnetonka White for the championship at 245 tomorrow. All right, Zamboni's off. They got to do a little bit of cleaning. Refs need to get back out and close those Zam doors, and we will be underway for a quick 3-minute warm-up. All right, Zam doors are now closed. Now we're waiting just on the stripes. The refs coming out. Warm-up pucks are being thrown on the ice. We're going to get underway here shortly. Actually, it looks like the Sabres already out on the ice. Here comes the Blaine Bears going out there too without the refs. So they must have got the go-ahead from the box. Sabres are wearing black in this game. They'll be starting on the right side of your screen. Blaine Bears, the Bears, are wearing baby blue. They'll be on the left side of your screen. That's where their bench is and where their netminder will be for period 1 and 3. Trying to get a better angle. They locked up the penalty or the media box here, so I can't really get up as high as I was for that first game, but we are trying. Got a way better view. There's the Blaine Bears over yonder. Baby Blues. Try to keep the action going here. Looking at the results once again. Blaine Bears are 0-3 in the tournament, a -18 goal differential. So it's looking positive for the Sabres. They've scored just 3, let in 21 through 3 games. So they're letting in an average of 7. Sabres need to do way better than that to give themselves a chance at the chip. So looking at their record, Blaine faced, looks like Spring Lake Park, which kind of sucks for Blaine because that's right next door. They probably play them all the time. Then they faced the Wayzata Gray team you just saw beat Farmington. They faced Stillwater Black, who I think is also in Blaine's district, I believe, and now Shakopee. So a couple of new faces that are not in their district play. I think normally Blaine sees Spring Lake Park and Stillwater, so kind of a bummer of a tournament. It's kind of what happens to D6 teams in these things, right? You would have thought we would have seen Waconia and Minnetonka. Seems to always happen that way, but thankfully our schedule worked out nicely for the Sabres, getting some fresh competition and seeing some new look teams. There's your Sabres warming up. Looks like Lincoln Anderson right now standing in the crease, taking some shots on net. He may be our starter. We'll see Brody Johnson finished out the game, I believe, last game. No, Brody was in net first, so that might make sense that they start Lincoln. Both goaltenders have looked outstanding today so far. So this way it looks like the Blaine Bears, have two goaltenders themselves. Both of their goaltenders quite large in size. Arms up or shoulders up well over the crossbar. So they're going to be taking up a lot of the net. Hopefully we can get a bunch past them. There's the buzzer. 12 minutes now up on the clock for the first period. Play will get underway as soon as pucks are gathered. Thanks for watching Shakopee Hockey Streaming here on YouTube.
Today's matchup is the Breezy Shakopee and the home team of Blaine. Starting out for the Breezy team. In goal, number 47, Brody Johnson. At D, number 80, Andrew Lewis.
All right, Brody Johnson, starting goaltender. Andrew Lewis at defense.
Number 88,
Aiden Flom taking left wing. Number 90 at right wing, Zach Bilkey. Nolan Bravo back at defense. And Cole Culver rounding out the center with all those C's. Cole Culver center.
Number 8, Carson Bolton. Number 10, Colin Russell. Number 15, Braxton May. Number 20, Harvey Davis. Number 22, Parker Armstrong. And number 24, Tristan Bill. The players ready? The refs ready? Are you guys ready?
All right, there's the starting lineup for Blaine Bears. We are getting ready to start period number 1. Got to get the lights on. The goaltenders got to take their nets. Oh, we got to do our little chants ahead of time here. Now a half hour past starting time. All right, your Sabres gave their little cheer. Brody Johnson standing in the crease, holding firm. And here are your Sabres going to the line with Cole Culver at the face-off dot. Culver controls the puck after looks like a kind of a quick Blaine win. Puck bounces in, brought in by Blaine, so we're good at the line. Flom bats it in deep. The defense tries to chip it up, and they're able to get it back to the right side of the blue line. Bravo carries it in. We're going 3 wide for the Sabres, marching in. Bravo launches one towards the net. Goaltender down. It's in the feet of Culver. Shot and goal for your Sabres. Time of that goal, 11:34. Just 26 seconds in. The Sabres net one. Again, for those watching at home, goal differential matters hugely, bigly for the Sabres. And so we need to keep the pressure on, the foot on the gas the entire game to try to get this goal differential, hopefully on the positive side for Shakopee. All right, Lenkeek picks it up along the near boards. We have Johnson fed up ahead. Lenkeek tried to spring Johnson, deflected wide by the Bears. Wrapped around to the far boards. Kuiper at first there. Kuiper spins, turns, sends it out front. Loose out front. And Bears redirected to the near boards. Out to the line, but held by Lewis. Lenkeek tries to walk in. Bears able to get it. Nolan Bravo steps up. He slows up the play, but now the Bears walking in, trying to control the puck. Centering opportunity thwarted by Lewis. And Shakopee goes the other way. Bravo sends it the way over to Kuiper, who is banging his stick. Kuiper wants to net one, and he's calling for the puck. Bears collapse on that, and fresh on the ice is Erdahl. Erdahl quickly reverses it the other way. Gets right onto the stick of a Bear. Erdahl picks it up. Erdahl runs it into a Bear, and now sends it down deep. They try to play it up and out. That's Esch in. Shot in on net. Up high. Bounced out in front of the net, but not picked up. Now picked up by Chesbo. Chesbo spins, throws one towards the net. Deflects off the defense's skates just wide. And spun around. Culver looked to net his second one of the game already. Esch spins, turns, throws one right on net. Goaltender looks like is standing up the entire time. I don't think I've seen him drop down. So we just need to put shots on goal, and they're going to go to the back of the net. Esch, that's one close, and icing, length of the ice. No, that's right on net. Johnson has to wake up and look alive. He sends one just wide. Picked up now by Violet. Violet gets it up and out of the zone. Blaine sends it down deep. Erdahl first to the puck. He's going to pick up some speed. If I know him, he's going to start going. Boogity, 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 boys. Blaine able to slow him up. Chesbo picks it up now right in front of the Bears bench. They stripped him of that. We have Esch out there now getting a stick in the lane, disrupting the puck carrier. Johnson backhands it towards the net. Blaine tries to pass, misses connection, but gets it up and out of the zone. Fresh on the ice is Bravo, disrupts, and Blaine throws one in on net. So a couple of shots now on net for Blaine. Johnson finds Bravo. Bravo stick handles, tries to return the favor. Feeds it right up to Chesbo. Sabres 3-on-2. Chesbo sends it over, and now Chesbo shot in on goal. Deflected wide by Blaine. Now deflects behind the goal. Out over here is Lewis on the near boards. He just backhands it down deep. Sabres look to pull it out to the center. Blaine is able to gather that up and start carrying it. Blaine sends it in well wide of the net, and he dumps himself on the ice as that happens. There is Lewis picking that up. We have Lewis runs into a whole bunch of blue baby blues, and now Bravo picks it up, skates around one, and he finds Flom. Flom now marching in on the left-hand side, sends one in just wide. Johnson picks it up on the far corner. He tried to just center out there. He does. Flom is getting tied up out front. Puck is loose. Not controlled, and Blaine is able to poke it up ahead. Erdahl races up to the puck and dumps it in deep. Flom picks it off the near corner. Flom marches in, sends it right through the paint. It's loose out front. The goaltender does not drop whatsoever. Have not seen the goaltender fall down on his leg pads. Bravo tries to send one in. It's into the feet. Bravo gets it right back. He launches one up high. Goal for your Sabres. Bravo all alone. Nets number 2 at 7:27. Sabres had a lot of pressure and finally got the second one in the bag. Bravo all alone, 7:27. There was Bielke sending it up ahead, just off the stick of Kuiper. Blaine once again sends it, that's Violet chipping it up ahead. Culver gets on there. Culver and Kuiper along the near boards. Violet again spins, turns, hits it right up to Culver. Culver now marches in carrying the puck. Gets stripped of the puck right on front of the advertisements and now sent down the length of the ice. Erdahl picking up speed, catches that puck. He puts the brakes on, gets around one. Now he tried to feed a Sabre. That's Lenkeek over there. But the puck on fresh ice goes too far, too fast. At 6:46, we have an icing. And a goal. Yay! They just threw out the lights and sound, but no goal. All right. Johnson up front, going to take the face-off dot. We have Chesbo to his left and Esch to his right. Shot gets blocked out front. Bravo, one of the goal scorers, chips it up ahead. Chesbo was trying to race, but Blaine throws it in offsides. 6:37 left in the first period. All right, Johnson stays ahead. Blaine able to chip that up and in. And Brody Johnson didn't like how that was coming in and chased by some baby blues, so he holds on. We'll get a redo with a face-off deep in the zone. Gonna try and pan up a little bit so you can see the clock. Help that out a little bit. Sabres keeping the same 5 out there. Johnson wins it over towards Esch. Blaine tries to control, but now picked up by Chesbo. Chesbo's carrying the puck. He's got Johnson to his right. Chesbo chips it ahead, and Sabres are good at the line. Chesbo throws one in. Stick save by the Bears goaltender. Out to the point. Bravo settles it down. Bravo throws one up in high. Deflected by the Bears defense. Chesbo behind the net gets dumped. Blaine able to pick that up on the near boards. Sends it up to Lewis. Lewis slows it down, keeps it back down deep. Chesbo gathers his belongings and gets pushed into the boards. Now the Blaine Bears trying to get it out. Chips it up over Lewis's stick. And we just have Bravo back right now. Hard charging was Esch. Great back checking. Way to get back in the play. Sabres get it out. And now Johnson breaks himself. He's got just one defender to get around. Johnson in. Shot. Loose out front. Goal for the Sabres. They stuck with the play and got number 3 in the back of the net. 5:35, the time of that goal. I think it was Chesbo and Johnson. I don't know who they're going to credit that to. I kind of missed the jersey numbers out there, but Chesbo and Johnson each contributed to that effort. Culver now wins that over towards Violet. Violet has his head up, goes D to D over to Erdahl. All right, so they gave the goal to Chesbo with the assist to Johnson on goal number 3. Puck is loose. Goaltender again does not drop. Made a stick save and poked it out ahead. Sabres turned it over. Bielke, they're right in front of the bench, battling. Gets it in deep, but right on the stick of Unfriendly. Flom picks it up. Flom marching in. Shot! Oh, gets leg pad save. Flom reverses, tries to center it. He tried to throw it up. Now picked up by Culver. Culver loses an edge and doesn't get going. Violet throws one out and in. And goal for the Sabres! Violet throws one in. I don't know who tapped that in. Someone was in the paint. I don't know if that's Bielke or Culver. But the Sabres put number 4 up on the board. 4:51, the time of that goal in the first period. All right, Bravo picks it up. He sends it over towards the Bears. All right, I did not hear who they announced, but Violet did get the assist. So whoever tapped that in got the goal. Play right here in front of the boards. Lewis tries to tap it ahead. Blaine picks it up, backhands it towards their forwards. Now Lewis backhands it up and out of the zone, up to Lenke. He runs into a big wall, but Johnson picks that up along the near boards. He's racing out. He's got Kuiper sitting there centered on the back door, but can't make that connection as Blaine had the passing lane covered. Pile up behind the goal line. Puck is just there on the stick of a Bear. He chips it up. Bravo easily able to hold it. Bravo chips it back down deep. Lenke, Kuiper, and Johnson go after the puck carrier. Hits the skates of Johnson. Lewis just dumps it back down deep. 3:49 and counting in the first period. Oh, Bravo was going to the boards, and the puck weirdly bounced up and off. Bravo quickly back into the play. Great skating ability to get up in there. Johnson feeds it up and hits the red line. They're going for a change for the Sabres. Possibly too many men. Thankfully, the refs did not call that. Blaine throws one in on net. Johnson watches that sail wide. And fresh on the ice is Erdahl. Erdahl skates around one Bear. Skates to the inside of another. Loses the puck. Gathers it right back. Now it gets deflected off his stick. And Blaine marching the other way with three skaters. Erdahl quickly back into the play. Gathers that back up and gets it back on his blade. It's always a comforting thing when Erdahl has the puck on his blade. Here is, that's Esch marching ahead, and now picked up by Culver, who opened the scoring early. Culver threw it in the back of the net, and goal! Cole Culver, all by himself, throws it in the back of the net. 5-0 Sabres at 2:50 left in the first period. It's hard. This tournament, again, we have to keep putting up numbers because the first tiebreaker is goal differential. So Sabres need to keep their foot on the throttle the entire game for a chance at the championship. Culver at the faceoff dot. Looks like now controlled for a moment by the Bears, but that was Chesbo who reversed it the other way. Shot in on net. Big leg pad save by Brody Johnson. Bounced up and over, and Culver could go for the Hattie right here in the opening period. Culver in, shot. Goal for the Sabres! Teammates acknowledge it with a just gentle tap on the head. Obviously, this game is going in the Sabres' direction, so they're not trying to show it too much, but way to go, Cole Culver. Hat trick in the first period. Moving him to center was a blessing in disguise. He looks fantastic. It's like a natural out there. There's Lewis behind the net. He's got Flom on the near boards waiting. Lewis slows it down. He's got Baby Blues chasing him. Now he finds Flom on the near boards. Flom comes up and carries, finds a headman pass. He tried to spring Oliver Johnson, but instead now the Bears send one up and in. Brody Johnson didn't see the turnover that quick and thankfully got down on his pads. Went wide, but that could have almost been an icky thing. Bears throw it on the backside of the net. Johnson quickly slides over, picks that up. Lewis now gathers, and he's got some steam. He's, just cleared it out. I think he thought there should have been a black sweater there, but there was nobody home. Bears send it down the length of the ice, and icing at 1:31. So the puck will go the opposite direction for the Bears. And your Sabres will have an offensive faceoff. Held in by Violet at the blue line. Bears able to get it up and out. Now onto the stick of Erdahl and off the stick and gathered right back up. Alex skates in and around. He's just got one more Bear to get through. He finds room, sends one in. Goal for the Sabres. Alex Erdahl with number 7 at 1:08 in the first period. Culver. Yes, they have awarded Culver the hat trick. Looks like Bielke, Chesbo, and Bravo each with 1, and now Alex Erdahl. So 5 individual scores with 3 going to Culver. Oh, there's a Violet kind of got a sticky puck situation. Now Erdahl sends one up towards Lenkeek. Lenkeek able to avoid a check, and we have 2 Sabres in. Picked up Kuiper, nets one hard. Puts a hole in the back of the net. Kuiper's been wanting that. 49.6 seconds. The Sabres go up 8-0. Esch gets one in. Sabres good at the line. They go deep and go to work. Losing a footing there deep in the corner. Comes out to Bravo now. Bravo steps up, just keeps it deep. Bravo right back on his stick. He sends one towards the net. Chesbo's waiting there. Comes out. Lewis now on his stick, sends one in. Deflects off the something, but played with a high stick. And Johnson touches the puck first. So whistle dead, and it's going out of the zone. 25.3 seconds left, first period action here at Breezy Point. Last game of the night, running well behind schedule. All right. They're only showing 6 up on the scoreboard, but it is 8-0. That's probably just a courtesy for the Blaine parents and players to not discourage them. They set the rules, and their rules favor running up the score for teams. Bravo hustles back, picks up the puck, skates around, and that'll do it for the first period of action. Sabres did what they needed to do and come out. Bravo gets run into by big number 7 at the end. 12 minutes on the clock for period number 2. We'll be back right after this.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni. Pizza.
All right, back at it. Pizza. 12 minutes on the clock for second period. They're doing their little second intermission. Talk. 8:34 is the time right now. So Little Caesars open for another hour, 26 minutes. Order for delivery or carry out and get it before probably the end of the game still. Enjoy some fresh, hot, and ready pizza. Feed your family, feed your friends. Have a great Saturday night. All right, I think it's the same goaltender. Blaine is carrying 2 goaltenders. Looking at the helmet, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Looks like the dad of the goaltender giving some encouraging words. It's tough to be in a situation that they're in, but we have to go after it, and unfortunately, they're our victim. Shot in on net. Brody Johnson, big save. Puck comes out off the boards and onto the stick of a bear. Deep into the zone. Bielke taps it ahead. Now picked up and centering attempt. Bravo picks it up. Bravo has some room. Bravo has the speed and can get around. He's got around everybody but one. Now he's got around everyone. Bravo shot. Tips up and over the net. Bielke keeps it deep. Flom there on the left side. Flom sends one in right into the goalie's skates, and now picked up and right across. Bielke shot it. Flom couldn't connect on the backside. Flom throws one in, deflected by the Bears. Now Flom again throws it right into the crease. Again, the defense for the Bears doing a good job keeping it away from the tender. Now the Bears able to get it up and out of the zone. Sabres Just raced it in offsides as Flom was going for a touch-up. Lewis carried in, 11 minutes left. All right, so we got Johnson, Kuiper, and Lenkeek, the front three. There's Violet playing it right up to Kuiper. Kuiper had that sniper just earlier at the end of the period. Oh, just hit the crossbar. Goaltender's best friend there, hitting the crossbar. Kuiper missed by just a little bit. Lenkeek, that was Kuiper getting kind of spun around. And now Bears headman pass up and out. And unfortunately for them, the puck got slowed up. And so the Sabres go to work. Finds it up to Kuiper. Kuiper tries to shovel it over. He tried to get it over to Lenkeek. And now Violet taps it away as the Bears try to bring it in. That's Erdahl playing the puck. There should have been a whistle there. I think the Bears were offsides. They let the play continue. Erdahl puts the brakes on, sends one in just wide of the net. Johnson spins, throws one, stick save by the goaltender. That was a little bit wide, but he just wanted to make sure. Erdahl plays that off the far boards. Bears tap that up ahead. Violet racing back, gets a stick on the puck, gets tripped. No arm. They're not going to give it to us. We're up 8-0. And Violet now still loses his feet. Shot in on net, and no problem for Brody Johnson to hold on and gain that whistle. 9:46 left in the second period. Culver with a hattie already, wins that ahead. Oh, Ash gets tied up, and puck goes right behind him. He was spun around. Shot towards net. Lewis cleans that up, and now picked up by Chesbo. Chesbo off to the races if he can get going. Chesbo, good back checking by the Bears. Pushes the puck off of Chesbo's stick. Culver battles in there, throws one to the backside of the net. Bears surround the puck and start it out. But Lewis gets it, throws it back down deep into the offensive zone. Bears once again cycle it around. Lewis still on his backhand and throws it towards the net. Loose out front, swatted away by the Bears. Now Lewis on his forehand sends one in just out of the reach of Ash. And so the puck goes to the near boards. Out to Bravo. Bravo quickly throws it back down deep. Bears look to clear it. They get it past and all the way down the length of the ice. Lewis trying to catch up. Icing is the call and whistle at 8:50 in the second period. Johnson, Bielke, and Flom up front. Violet and Erdahl back at D. Johnson spins. Tried to connect back to Erdahl. Bears start walking it out. They hit the red line and lose the puck. Bielke picks it up. Bielke gets stripped by the Bears. The Bears pass to each other right at the red line. There's Violet gathering it on his backhand. Bears got it in the slot. Kick save by Johnson. Pushes it to the far corner. Now the Sabres gather it up. Use the boards. Johnson was going to be sprung. Now Bielke's has some room. Chips it up ahead. We have Flom and Johnson just ahead of the play. And, elbow from the Bears. He touched the puck on the wrong side of the blue line. They're calling it good. Bears, look at that. Great defense by Erdahl. Slapper right in the high, right in front of the crease. Goes well wide and now picked up. And Flom off to the races. Flom in. Shot goal for the Sabres. Aiden Flom. Yay! I know. I'm toning down the goal for the Sabres, shouting. All right, chipped up ahead. Bears are first to collect it. Culver and Kuiper both there. And Bravo on the wrong side of the blue line chips it ahead. He knew it immediately, so we'll have a face-off in neutral territory. 7:45 left in the second period. Chipped up. Bravo uses the boards, goes right on net and almost in the back of it. Goaltender forced to jump down and collect the puck. All right, game sheet looks like they gave that to Lewis, even though that was Flom all day. So Flom's just going to have to get another one in there because he wants to help contribute to the Sabres' success there. Chesbo spins, sends it to Esch. Esch tried to throw it right in on net. Bears collect it and start walking out. Bravo slows up entry, and Johnson takes that away. Johnson going to go a long way, all the way around. Oh, and I missed that. Goaltender change. Now Lincoln Anderson in. Brody Johnson has served his duty well and is back with the team on the bench after his game or a period and a half action. Blaine marching in, going to give Anderson his first test. Shot and score for Blaine. They get one up on the board and behind Anderson. 6:49 time of the Blaine goal. 9-1 Sabres lead over the Bears. That's just the fourth goal Blaine has scored all tournament. So that's a nice thing for them to keep them wanting to play, right? Hard tournament for them so far. Played up ahead. Flom tried to gather it. Now Blaine gets it back the other way. They march in, send one towards the net well wide. And it looks like that will be Violet first to play. Bielke loses an edge. And puck goes around. Bears have it. Spin it. Bouncer on the stick of Culver. Culver tries to get through. Loses the puck as he hit close to the red line. And now the Bears fresh with some hope after getting one on the board. Keep it deep in the zone. Flom battling along the far corner. He chips that up and not out. Culver slows it up. Culver now pulls it off the boards. Not able to get it out. Now Flom helps chip it up. Culver and Flom can go ahead. Culver marching ahead. He's going to turn the corner. He's got a big number 12 on him. So forced to the outside. Culver just keeps it deep. He's battling. There's a size difference there, folks. Culver is doing his best. Now Flom steps up, and that is Kuiper who gets his skates in the lane to keep it deep. Kuiper and Culver are battling. Out to the point, Violet holds it on the right side of the blue line, and now goes deep. Flom picks it up behind the goal line. Flom spins, sends it right across the paint. No one there to tap it in on the backside. Erdahl wanted a big swing and took a big miss. Puck comes out and gets cleared by the Bears. And Sabres back good at the line. And they were going for a change. And with that, throw one in on net. Anderson with a huge quality save. Here is Erdahl trying to send it up ahead. Lengthy shift for a few of these forwards. And the Bears able to spin it back the other way. Erdahl now plays it once again. Bears changing on the backside again. Just off the stick for Erdahl. Bears able to slow it up. Flom was deep in the zone, and so we have a whistle offsides. 4:45 left, second period. 9-1 the score through 1.5 periods. It shouldn't be there. It should be here. The boys were right, refs. The boys were right. It should be at the face-off dot they were standing at. All right, in. Kuiper feeds it over to Johnson. Now the Bears interrupt that. Bravo back. Bravo takes a swing, and the Bears are off to the races again. Oh, no. Bears shoot one so far wide. And now picked up by Johnson. Johnson chips it up around. He breaks himself free. He's got one Bear left. Oh, that Bear redirects the puck, and they get it up and out, reversing it the other way. Kuiper, back-checking quality, sends it rink wide. Lewis was back just a little bit, so couldn't catch up to it. Bears hold it in. They try to center to the left winger who was coming in, and now picked up by Kuiper. Kuiper can't quite get there. Here is Lewis now gathering it up again. Lewis chips it up. He hit the stick of Johnson, but there was a bear that tacked it and went the other direction. Bears waiting at the line, come in again. Bears with some, where's it? Oh, went too wide. Okay. Anderson slid along. I didn't see where the puck ended up, but it ended up in the near corner. Now chipped ahead, and Johnson, if he can catch up to it, come on, play it, play it, play it. Oh, whistled for icing. 3:32 left in the second period. So the Bears, after they netted that first goal, are playing better, much better. They look like they want to get another one. So Sabres need to keep their foot on the gas. As I said at the intro to the game, we really need to win by at least 10 for the goal differential to give us a chance at the chip. Played up, intercepted. That was by Johnson. Johnson finds Culver. Or excuse me, that's Chesbo. Chesbo found Culver, but Blaine turns it around. Now Erdahl slows it up right in front of the Blaine bench. There's a pile up there with feet. Chesbo finds it. He chips it ahead, but Blaine's going to reach there first. So unless we can block it, nope. Oh, held in by Erdahl. Erdahl has it, throws it in. Net goal for the Sabres. There, we're up to double digits for the Sabres. 2:59 time of that goal. Erdahl stayed with the play. Sabres able to get it into the back of the net. We got to stay foot on the gas. Dumped in by the Sabres. 2:53 and counting in the second period. Popped straight out, spun. Oh, couldn't connect. And that was Lewis trying to make a play for it. Now the Bears able to march out. Bravo gets in his way, pushes him off the puck, and he'll be the first to play the puck. Comes around the net, looks up, plays it up off the boards. Blaine not able to hold his own. We have Chesbo here. Chesbo's got Culver to his left. Chesbo gets stripped of the puck as he enters the zone. So Sabres need to tag back up. Lewis races over to catch up to the puck. Backhand again, playing on that left side. Tries to race through, and now Bravo misses connection, but he's back and able to gather that. Blaine is looking for a call. Oh, loses the puck right there, and Ash puts it right on the stick. This is a interesting little scenario here. Blaine able to keep it deep in the offensive zone. Lewis bats it up ahead, but big slapper from the point, goes wide, right on the stick of a Blaine, and loose, and Anderson, Anderson made the first save, and then Blaine able to get number 2 on the board. So 10-2, Sabres lead, 1:51 time of that goal. Played up ahead. Flom approached the puck. Blaine quickly gets rid of it, sends it wide. There's Erdahl forwarding it ahead. Flom chips it down deep, and the Sabres go to work in the offensive zone. Sent out along the near boards. Defense playing a little bit back after these couple late goals by Blaine. They march in. Violet pokes it right off, but right onto the stick of another Blaine Bear, and that shot goes up high and wide of the net. Picked up and gathered up. That is by Erdahl. Erdahl now picking up speed. Erdahl's got Johnson. He finds Johnson. Johnson now on his backhand. Races in deep. Shot. Just misses on the backhand attempt. Bielke throws it right in and just out of the reach of Johnson on the backside. Johnson gathers it up. Tries to squirt it off the boards. Hits the stick of a Blaine Bear. And they are coming the other direction. Erdahl chasing him the whole way, and he gets around and shot in on net, and Anderson covers. No whistle as it was out of his reach, and so Sabres have to scramble as Anderson collects his stick. Luckily, it's along the near boards, and we're not able to get it out, so they reverse it. Here, Erdahl is able to pick that up. Erdahl going wide. He's got Flom and Bielke. Erdahl throws one in on net. Big save by the Bears goaltender. Bielke and Flom on the near boards. Flom gathers it off the boards, loses it off the Bears, and they send one up and out. 18 seconds left in the period as Bravo throws it in, offsides whistle. Took a little bit of time, And so we should have a face-off. They're going to call that an intentional offsides now, it appears. Oh, never mind. It looks like Brody Johnson going back in net for the last 14 seconds. Anderson coming off. I'm not sure what he's feeling, but we're going to make the goaltender change one more time with Johnson back in net. Anderson taking a little break. And we have Culver at the dot. Culver tries to win it ahead. 12 seconds left in the period. Sabres got to get to work if they want one more. And that was Lenke trying to throw it towards the net. Not held into the zone. Bravo has to chase to reach that. 2 seconds, and that'll do it for period number 2. As Bravo's kind of getting hooked up there. After 2, Sabres 10, Bears 2. So we have 8 goal differential improvement so far. We do need to get a couple more in this third period for seeding purposes. We'll be back right after this.
Little Caesars changed the Hot and Ready Classic and added 33% more pepperoni, which makes it 133% better pizza than before. I don't know, math is hard. It's really good. Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni. Pizza.
All right, here. Blaine is ready and waiting. Sabres still having a little bit of talk. Ref's still in the box. There's the timer or the buzzer to start period number 3. It looks like Brody Johnson going back in net. Black pads and all. 12 minutes on the clock for the Sabres to keep the pedal to the metal and get some goals on the board. We're going to be starting this period with Culver at the face-off dot with flanked by Lenkeek and Kuiper. He wins that cleanly back to Erdahl, who had to skate over. Erdahl goes D to D over to Lewis. Lewis able to pick that up. Oh, loses it. And Bears march in. Shot in. Big glove save by Johnson. 11:44 on the clock. It's still running. I don't know. Are we into running time? We must be into running time with an 8-goal lead. So Sabres definitely need to net a couple more for the goal differential that they so desperately need. Played it up. Violet gets it up ahead. Now loses it in his skates. Johnson, Oliver, picks it up. He's got 2 Bears in front of him besides the goaltender. He tried to chip it up ahead. Picked up by Ash. Ash keeps it, the momentum going down. Finds Johnson. Puck goes just wide of the net. Kuiper in there, held by Erdahl. Erdahl at the line. Big shot in, big block, and held once again by Violet. Puck comes all the way down the length of the ice. Erdahl the first to reach it. So we're in running time here. So this game's going to end relatively quickly here. So Sabres need to keep going. Bears throw it in offsides. And so we'll have a neutral zone faceoff upcoming. All right, Culver staying out there. Now flanked by Flom and Bielke. Bravo picks it up, chips it up ahead. Culver races for it. Flom gathers it right at near the center dot. Flom chips it around. Has a breakaway on his own. Flom in, shot. Big save by the Bears goaltender. Sent towards the net, but not got blocked. Bravo able to keep it in the zone. Bears playing it along the near boards. They find some open ice along the blue line and send it rink wide out of the zone. Lewis first to gather it up. He goes D to D, and the Bears intercept, and they march in the other way. Bears shot, and they net a third one. This is not helping goal differential. 9:51 the time of that goal. Johnson flanked by Lenkeek and Kuiper. Kuiper again banging his stick. He's wanting to get more scoring going. Erdahl marches in, throws it just wide of the net, races back to catch his spot at the blue line. He reverses, stops the puck momentum, but picked up by the Bears and now in. That's Violet sending it back down deep. Kuiper, the first there, bounces off his sticks, leaves it for Johnson. Johnson trying to march to the center, picked up by Lenkeek. Lenkeek throws it in just wide. Centered, right onto Lenkeek again. Soft shot, but right towards the net. Now gathered up by the Bears. Lenkeek, great back checking, able to slow the momentum. Gets his skates now in the passing lane. And now the Bears have a 3-on-0 forming, but they lose the puck. Picked up by Oliver Johnson. Oliver Johnson has one defenseman in front of him. He gets around one. He's on his backhand. Throws it into the far corner where Lenkeek tries to center. And now out to the point, Violet. Violet tees it up. Throws it in on net. Big save by the Bears goaltender. Thrown out front. Bouncing puck gathered by the Bears and whistled in offsides. The net is off the mooring, or is there an extra puck? Net is off the mooring, so whistle dead at 8:11 and counting. Puck will stay in the offensive zone, thankfully, for the Sabres. Culver wins it over to Ash. Ash spins, turns, sends it just wide of the net. Out and into Ash. Ash again spins, turns. He's spinning and releasing, so just missed by not by much. Culver throws it towards the net. It's loose right out there, not on a friendly stick. But Ash now on the opposite side keeps it in, and he's got the support from Chesbo now. Chesbo marches out from the boards. Chesbo and Ash there battling. Chesbo keeps it in. He backhands it towards the net, but the Bears able to chip it up and now get it past Bravo. But Bravo gathers it back up, sends it back down in where Culver gives chase. Sabres offsides, hit them inside. There it's whistle dead. 7:13 and counting in the third period. 10-3, Sabres lead the Bears. Johnson wins it ahead, right onto the stick of a D. Held in by, that was Bielke. Johnson tries to center over towards Flom. It goes behind the net. Flom gathers in the near corner. He sends it right across the paint. Bounces up and off of Bear. That's Johnson picking it up. Sends it right back in. Bear loses his stick. In on net and covered by the Bears goaltender. Good pressure by the Sabres. Culver wins it right towards the goal, but stopped by the defense. Held at the line by Violet. Bouncer right out front, sent into a Thor. I don't know what a pack of bears is, but sent into a pack of bears. They race it down the other way. Culver tries to get it to the line. Bounced in just wide. Erdahl picks it up in the near corner. Bouncer right in front of Johnson, and now picked up by Culver on the far boards. Culver has the support of Kuiper right next to him. Puck comes out. Culver gets tangled up. Looks like his stick was up in the armpit. He gets pressured against the wall. Kuiper gives support. Puck comes out behind them, and the Bears march in. In on net, and Johnson down covers. 5:30 left in this game. They pulled it out of the back of the net. They blew it dead. They did not issue a goal. So now the refs are discussing during a running clock. Just drop the puck. Yep, there we go. Good job, Mr. Refs. 5:05 left. Johnson wins it back to the corner. Bravo first to play it. Hits bodies along the boards. Now Johnson picks it up. He's got Chesbo just ahead of him. Johnson carries, feeds up to Chesbo. Chesbo, gets it poked off his stick. Otherwise, he was 2 strides away from getting in there. There, Chesbo gets chased again. Big number 12 for the Bears carries the puck. Just pats it ahead. Chesbo first there, as well as Ash. Pulls it right off the boards. On to Johnson. Johnson throws one in. It's loose out front, just out of the reach of the goaltender. in traffic, and goal for the Sabres! That is Esch putting it in the back of the net, continuing to work, and tally it goes there. Esch with the goal number 11 for your Sabres. Culver marching in. He had the lucky streak in that opening period. Flom races around the back of the net. He's got 3 light blue sweaters on him. He's down and pushed off the puck. Culver has it, regains control, tries to find some room, sends it over to Flom. Flom chips it up, hits the leg pads of the goaltender, and now Culver picks it up again, sends it right back to Flom. Flom centers out to the point, and Violet was in just a little bit, so it comes out of the zone. Violet swings it over to Erdahl. Erdahl now comes marching in. Sabres good at the line. Keeps with the puck and sends it now deep. Culver first to pick it up. He's got Bielke sitting right out front. Culver just tried to backhand it into the goal. 3:18 and counting here in the third period. Over to Flom. Flom settles it down. Tries to feed the back door. He does to Culver. And goal! Goal! Goal for the Sabres! Culver throws it in. Flom finally finishes it. There was no signal right away. Flom stuffed it and got goal number 12 after a no-goal signal. So that would be Flom from Culver. And he's celebrating on the bench. All right, 12-3. That's a 9-goal differential. We were shooting for a 10-goal differential at minimum on this game to help us out for seeding. 2:34 and counting. Puck now dropped. And Bears carry in. They're not giving up any sort of fight. These Bears are hungry. Picked up and chipped up ahead. No. Johnson got stripped of the puck. Played along the near boards. Bears able to hold the line. Hits up into Lewis. Lewis finds Johnson centered. And we have Kuiper floating ahead. Johnson finds Kuiper. Kuiper skating up to it. Now he's got Bears surrounding him. He tries to pull it off the boards. Kuiper spins, protects the puck. Kuiper gets jumped. No arms. They're going to let it play out. Bravo chips it up ahead. Back to Kuiper. Kuiper sends it right out to Johnson. Johnson tries to no-look backhand in. Can't successfully do that. 1:43 left as the Sabres still full throttle. And comes out to Lewis. Lewis quickly gets it over to Bravo. Kuiper can't stand up, and so offsides is the whistle with the running clock. 1:28 left. Sabres quickly to the dot. They know goal differential means everything. All right, Culver gets that back to Violet. Actually, I think the Bears won it back to Violet, but he quickly dumps it down deep. Erdahl able to reverse it and send it deeper into the zone. Erdahl now has Culver and Esch looking as targets. Shot and goal! That is a Hattie, I think, for Erdahl. And Sabres still going strong. We get to their 10 goal. That was what I was targeting right away. Huh? I think that's Erdahl. I believe so. Yeah. Erdahl with the Hattie. All right. Flom in along the near boards. Gets pressured. Stays with the puck. Now comes back to Lewis. Bears not able to clear the zone. Lewis. Oh, can't pull the trigger. And 25 seconds left. Bravo reverses course. Sends it back down deep. Flom battling. Oh, he gets locked down. Johnson now walking in. Johnson shot. Goal! Johnson, Oliver with the late goal. That'll do it as we're down under 10 seconds now. So the goaltenders, or the refs, are not even going to be able to announce it. Sabres celebrate. They did everything they needed to give themselves a chance to get to the championship. So we're going to walk out of here with an 11-goal differential win over the Blaine Bears. It's sad we had to do that to the team, but we had to stay going. Sabres now will wait for some games in the morning. Final at 14-3. So 11-goal differential. So Sabres needed to do that, unfortunately, in order to seat themselves, hopefully, in a good position for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. You'll have to watch the Shakopee Hockey streaming channel for what time the game time is. Potentials are 1:30 or 2:45. With that large differential, I think the Sabres have secured themselves a spot to play. We just don't know what time they will get to play because there's morning games that will affect the outcome of where the Sabres could end up. I think there's a small, slim chance that even though we came out with the victory, we might not play. But I think multiple things have to line up against us for that to happen. So I think the Sabres will see game number 5 tomorrow. It's just what seed we will be and what time we play is still to be determined based on the outcomes in the morning. Thanks for watching this late game. We'll see you tomorrow.